CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us on this Thursday, September 11th. Major disruptions last night at Sioux Area Hospital after a bomb threat was called in. Police say someone called 911 around 9:15 last night, claiming they had left a bomb at the hospital. Emergency protocols were activated at the hospital, and officers sent in determined the threat was fake. Highway 63 between North Bay and Timiskaming, Quebec was closed for several hours last night following a 3-vehicle crash involving a logging truck. OPP say the collision happened between 2 transport trucks and a vehicle shortly after noon, spilling wood across the roadway. Minor injuries were reported. The road reopened shortly after 9 last night. There's no word yet if charges will be laid. Another day of sunshine, and the temperature in some communities spot on for this time of year. For more details, we go to CTV's Rick Wyman. Welcome back, Rick.
Tony, things are about to change weather-wise for the better, as we've been talking for the last little while. We've had some cloud cover of late, but that is going to change. A little bit of precipitation on Saturday right across the northeast for the weekend. After that, we've got lots of sunshine coming up. Your first take on weather brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca. This is the system that's approaching the northeast, and really no appreciable precipitation, maybe with the exception of Saturday. So we'll take a look at some of the details. Our 5-day forecast and more all coming up in just a few seconds.
Thanks, Rick. Picket lines went up today at Ontario colleges after a deal couldn't be reached with support staff. In Sault Ste. Marie, classes have continued, but outside, dozens of staff and supporters circle the campus. The striking workers belong to the Ontario Public Service Employees Union. Among those on the line are library technologists, co-op placement coordinators, and staff in disability services, financial aid, and IT. We asked students in the Soo what they think of the ongoing job action.
I think everyone should have the right to strike. You know, everyone they need their support. A lot of the signs I see, it say, we're here to support our students, and these are all support staff, so how are they going to support us without getting their own support?
It's like janitors, student success, the library even. So it does affect us with getting books, even cleaning our dorm rooms, just little things. Like I have a learning disability, and it affects me in a way that I can't reach out to some people, and I can't get the communication that I need, so it does kind of suck.
Hopefully the support staff will get what they're asking for, whatever that happens to be. They do really well to guide and support all the students, even the faculty. The faculty probably couldn't do too much without them being able to book all the times and stuff. I just hope they get what they're asking for, even like a mediation of that.
And we will have more on the strike and its impact on northern colleges on CTV News at 6. A new business directory is under construction, and it will promote First Nations businesses. The directory is a partnership between the Chiefs of Ontario and the provincial government. Details from CTV's Lydia Chubak.
The Northeastern Ontario First Nations Economic Development Summit took place this week at Cedar Meadows Resort in Timmins. The 2-day gathering was an opportunity for strengthening First Nations economic development across Northeastern Ontario. Today, a new initiative that's currently under development was launched. It's a business directory that solely promotes First Nation businesses, and it's a partnership between the province and Chiefs of Ontario.
The business directory is born out of discussions with the Premier, myself, and at the time the Ontario Regional Chiefs to establish a foundation for identifying where First Nations businesses were, who they were, where they were.
Ontario Regional Chief Abram Benedict says a wide range of businesses, big and small, can be found in the directory, from catering to manufacturing to construction to accounting.
There's a number of government contracts that require First Nations to be participating in that. We know that there's a number of businesses that just want to be working with First Nations. Part of large project development, whether it be government-led or industry-led, is a good initiative under reconciliation, economic reconciliation. And we know that, many project development, if they don't have First Nations involved, is not a good thing to be doing.
First Nation-owned businesses throughout the province are invited to register in the directory, and officials say it will go live at the end of the year, and it will be a trusted tool for procurement. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
Time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. Right now, let's head to downtown North Bay and Worthington Street. This webcam is courtesy of the city of North Bay. Mainly sunny, and it's 18 degrees. We're back in a few minutes.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Well, it looks like we've got some warmer weather approaching the Northeast, but you'll have to wait a couple of days. We've got a little bit of rain come Saturday, but overall a nice forecast for at least the next week. Forecast radar, this is what we've got going on. And you can see that system moving in on Saturday, 60% chance of showers across the Northeast. In some cases, some sun, some clouds, some rain, or just overall precipitation. Let's take a look at the forecast now for the next couple of days. Sudbury, Nickel Belt, sun and cloud, 21 for tomorrow. Chance of showers at 60% Saturday at 20. Here we go. Sunshine Sunday and Monday, sun and cloud Tuesday. Look at the temperatures, 23 and 26. How about Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma? Mainly cloudy for tomorrow at 21. That's okay. Some showers at 60% Saturday. Then the sunshine arrives Sunday and Monday at 24, 27 by next Tuesday with the sun and cloud. And in some cases, some areas will get 29. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, mostly sunny tomorrow at 20 to start things off on the weekend. Chance of showers again at 60%. Here we go. Sunday, sun and cloud 21, 25 Monday, and 29 Tuesday, sun and cloud. People will love it. Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, sun and cloud tomorrow 21. Chance of showers on Saturday 60%, 23. Sun and cloud Sunday 22. 25 on Monday and 28 Tuesday with the sun and cloud. And how about a look now at North Bay, West Nipissing, sun and cloud tomorrow 21. Chance of showers at 60% Saturday, 21 again. Then 22 sun and cloud. Monday, sunshine 24 and 25 sun and cloud Tuesday. So again, temperatures warming up, conditions all that good once we get by Saturday. So Tony, looking forward to at least the next couple of days, some nicer weather. We'll get over that hump on Saturday with the 60% chance of showers right across the Northeast. All in all, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday shaping up to be real nice weather. You better take advantage of it. Back to you.
I certainly will. Thanks so much, Rick. Canadian and American military men and women at 22 Wing Canadian Forces Base North Bay were marching for 11 straight hours today. It was to remember the victims, the families, and all who were impacted by the September 11th terrorist attacks in the United States. CTV's Eric Tashner has more.
As some of the names of the victims are read out,
Luis Alfonso Shimbo.
The Canadian and American flags pass by, carried with pride. 24 years ago, the world fell silent as people were glued to their TVs, watching in horror. Hijacked airplanes slammed into New York's Twin Towers, the Pentagon, and into a Pennsylvania field after the passengers bravely fought the hijackers back.
Yeah, so I was 15 years old and we were listening to the AM radio, and I remember us hearing the news.
Nearly 3,000 people perished, including 24 Canadians and 120 service people.
The acts of service that the first responders, the firefighters, policemen gave, the EMTs as well.
The unprecedented attack strengthened Canada's and the United States' bond. NORAD went through a reckoning. Operation Noble Eagle was born.
The events of 9/11 really solidified the fact that there was a threat from within, and we needed to change the way we do business and really start to look at what is the current threat and how do we defend against it.
Following the attacks, Canadian troops were deployed alongside their American counterparts to Afghanistan to hunt down those who were responsible.
I served the 2nd Battalion, Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry. I deployed on 3 tours to Afghanistan. The 3 deployments there, the loss of life, what we were there for, most importantly, I think was a noble cause.
Starting at the crack of dawn today, 22 wing members ruck marched for 11 hours to raise money for a charity called Tuesday's Children, which supports children and families who are victims of terrorism worldwide.
It's given me a greater appreciation of my life and what I have.
Also a day to remember how so many lives were affected.
Go home every night and hug your loved ones.
Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
For the months of July and August, members of Greater Sudbury Police Service launched a high visibility and community outreach initiative downtown. While officials say it was a success, it also shows that arrests won't solve the crisis surrounding the unhoused. CTV's Lindsay Alick has more.
The initiative resulted in over 1,300 focused patrols that led to 129 arrest warrants, 81 charges laid, 10 weapons seized, and $22,000 in illicit drugs.
At the end of the day, when we look at that, the data shows us that arresting individuals in the downtown doesn't solve the problem of homelessness and what's going on in the downtown. So a lot of that comes back to a greater need to work within the community.
Hall says 90% of the individuals he has interacted with during this initiative were respectful and have no problem being asked to leave. They say, "Where do you want me to go?" He says he feels it would be better to have a one-stop shop for all services to prevent loitering.
We have the Samaritan Center in one corner. We have Ontario Works, ODSP over here in the Provincial Tower. We have the Methadone Clinic on Cedar Street. We have some more services up on Elm Street. So if you spread all the services out for these individuals that they need on a day-to-day basis to survive with just the necessities of life, and then we have them wandering in a circle in our downtown core.
While the numbers don't surprise Sudbury's mayor, he says he's happy to see the police taking the situation seriously.
We're hearing this from business owners, individuals as well, that we're seeing an increase. We're not the only ones in the province of Ontario or in Canada. Everybody's seeing an increase, unfortunately, of a bit more of aggression. And so the fact that we know that we have police here and that they're trying to do their best to keep us safe and to keep our streets as safe as we can, I think that's what people want to see.
Lefebvre says he estimates that the amount of unhoused individuals in Sudbury has grown by over 50% over the summer, with many coming in from other communities to receive services. He says he can't stress enough that the municipality can't do it all on its own, saying that all levels of government need to be part of the solution. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
They are becoming more popular underground. Coming up on CTV News at 5, an event in Sudbury today that deals with safety surrounding battery electric vehicles. Some visitors from Ukraine were in Sudbury today. They were offering their thanks to a senior center for the support they've received since war broke out in their home country 3 years ago. CTV's Angela Gemmel reports.
We wish you freedom and we wish you...
Leadership at the Ukrainian Senior Center accepts a flag signed by the 3 visitors and their interpreter.
It's very important for Ukrainians to know that people in Canada, the diaspora and others are supporting us financially and morally, and it's important for us to see that because it helps us keep up the good fight and it builds our spirit.
The visit is sponsored by the Ukrainian Credit Union, which wanted to thank organizations across Ontario for donations made to its humanitarian fund to help while Ukraine is in conflict with Russia. Since the war started in 2022, the Senior Center has sent $40,000 to the credit union in humanitarian aid.
They've given like maybe 3 or 4 times what others organizations could have given but haven't, but they give. So these people are amazing, and I felt a complete obligation that we have to come and say thank you personally. He feels honored that he had the opportunity to come and say thank you directly to those people that actually helped.
The visitors enjoyed a lunch and visit with some of the seniors at the home before heading to their next tour location. The visitors say it's important for Canadians to know and understand understand how serious the fighting is on the front lines.
It's extremely important for us to continue to have Canada's and Canadians' support for this battle, because it is not easy, it's very frightening, but we have to do what needs to be done.
Along with the $40,000, the Ukrainian Senior Centre in Sudbury has raised $240,000 for other war efforts in Ukraine. Most of that money came through various fundraisers, like the sale of homemade pierogies and cabbage rolls. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Sudbury.
Battery electric vehicles are becoming more common in the mining, industrial, and manufacturing sectors. Today in Sudbury, Workplace Safety North hosted a one-day symposium on BEV safety. CTV's Alana Everson reports.
The symposium brings together industry experts and partners to share insights about the increasing emergence of BEVs.
We started the first one in February of 2020 and every year since, and the topics have changed and evolved, and we're really pleased to see the amount of individuals attending the sessions and the interaction engagements between the attendees and those presenting.
Guest speaker Aidan Robertson from Workplace Safety and Prevention Services reviews BEV hazards as part of his presentation.
Obviously, the electrical power, stored potential energy, the chemicals that make up the composition of the batteries themselves, the electrolytes, the various salts therein, and ultimately the potential for thermal runaway or for venting or for the fire and potential explosion of these.
Jake Hughes attended the symposium. He is the Health and Safety Superintendent at Technica Mining and the chair of the Mining Contractors Safety Association.
With the unknown comes trepidation, right? So the more we explore this together and share our knowledge and experience and how we're implementing this technology into our mines, the better we'll get. The more we'll know, the more more effectively we'll be able to manage the risks.
Another presentation by Valley and Glencore was about a collaboration between the two companies on BEVs. Although they are competitors, they say they are united in safety. Alana Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
New Apple AirPods could help you with translation. When we return, we discuss that topic and more in our Tech Talk segment. You're watching First at 5. There is plenty of tech news to talk about this week. Apple products. An Ontario councillor says it wasn't her. And OpenAI. To talk more, cybersecurity and tech analyst Ritesh Kotak now joins us from Toronto. Hi there, Ritesh.
Hello.
Apple is launching AirPods with real-time translations. Tell us more.
So as of September 19th, if you have the AirPods Pro 3, you'll essentially have this new feature. That new feature is going to be real-time language translation. It's going to be limited to particular languages, mainly English, French, Spanish. There's a few other ones as well, with more languages coming in the future. But if you have these AirPods on and you're in a situation, you're able to turn them on. It will do a live translation, and you speak in your language. So let's say English. And let's say you're trying to have it translated to somebody who only speaks Spanish. It will, on your screen, pop up exactly what you're saying in Spanish. And if somebody's having a conversation and that person also has AirPods on, it will do real-time translation. And I think this is a great example of how technology is being used to make the world that much more accessible. There's applications, obviously, for frontline employees as well. And this is a step in the right direction when it comes to technology and society.
Okay, let's talk about a bizarre situation. An Ontario councillor says death threats to a mayoral hopeful was artificial intelligence manipulation. How do we know if something is fake or it's real?
This is one of the biggest issues that we're dealing with. Is it fact or fiction? And in this case in particular, it is alleged that there was potentially what we call a spoofed call. So you get a call from a phone number that somebody was able to essentially manipulate. So a spoof call, and on that call there was a voicemail that was left, and that voicemail allegedly belonged to a counselor. However, the counselor claims that, well, wait a second, this was AI manipulated, and there are apps out there where you literally need a sample of someone's voice, and within a few minutes of analyzing, it's able to generate a real sounding conversation that the person hasn't said at all. And that's kind of what's alleged that's happened here. Clearly, this is an ongoing police investigation, but this begs the question, just because you can do it, should you do it? And technology companies that are developing AI applications with voice cloning, there has to be some ethical considerations attached to it, because right now it's the Wild West.
Sure is. Finally, Ritesh, OpenAI, the parent company of ChatGPT, is creating parental controls for its popular app. Do you think this is long overdue?
Absolutely, it's long overdue. There's been several high-profile situations, some that are currently being litigated in court in the United States, where it is alleged that individuals were essentially manipulated by the algorithm. They had relationships with the AI as well, and it's very easy for individuals to just have full-on conversations. And what this application will do, or these features will do, is it will give parental controls. So if you're a minor using the application, it'll try to make it safer, but it will also try to detect acute stress.
Good to know. Ritesh, always appreciate your time and your insights. Thanks again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ritesh Kotak joined us from Toronto. And to see more of our Tech Talk series, head to our website, CTVNewsNorthernOntario.ca. Two Northerners have hit it big in the lottery, saying yes to Encore paid off for Ann Mita of Kirkland Lake and Elaine Fick of Virginiatown. They matched the last 7 of 6 Encore numbers in exact order in the February 26 Lotto 649 draw to win $100,000. Congratulations. We're off to the greater Sudbury community of Caprel. Andrea Goslin emailed us this photograph of a beautiful sunset over the Vermilion River. Thanks so much, Andrea. To Sudbury, Paulette Roy says she and Dan watched their grandcat one weekend, and the feline seems to love birds, and the mourning dove seems to have taken a liking to Chloe, the cat, too. Thanks, Paulette. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can always email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And finally, the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League's regular season kicks off tonight in Sudbury. The Timmins Rock play the host Cubs at the Countryside Arena. Game time is just after 7 o'clock. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.